Hello everybody, it is Sunday, July 19th, and it is time for my sketchbook review. Let's just get right into it. First and foremost, this is what I worked on for a majority of this week, is this colored this colored image. It's a 5x7. I worked on this off and on throughout the week, just kind of when I had some time. Once I figured out what I wanted, the problem was I'm so apprehensive about using my materials that I'll sit there and think for like hours on what I want to do instead of just going in and doing something. Now, I did just go in and do something, and I ruined an 8.5 by 11 Bristol piece of paper, and I was pretty sad about that. But actually, now that I think about it, I could probably cut that up and use the other side for like swatching and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is what I worked on most of the week. This is like, I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy with that. Turned out really good. Unfortunately, my skin does not give it any justice whatsoever, it seems like. So photos and images on my camera tend to be more accurate to the actual representation of the picture. But it always looks better in real life and never looks as good on camera. So this was my baby for the week, basically. And I did do quite a bit of sketching. Let me get to where we left off. Okay, so you guys saw that. I saw that. Okay, so I was trying to do something a little bit more, get it out of the light here a little bit more like scenery-esque. It was going to be like a girl drinking some coffee and the cat's reaching up to knock over the coffee, and she's just kind of sleeping in a chair after a long day with her coffee. Didn't realize that I don't really know how to plan out scenes very well. I'm more of a pinup person, I guess. So yeah, it's just something I wanted to work on, but I was just trying to loosen myself up, so I just kind of doodled it real quick. So then I went straight into doing my pinups, and of course, you know, shirtless dude. Gotta love those pinups. I tossed this up on my Tumblr. Oh my god. The stupid reflection from this light is just terrible, but I want you guys to be able to see at the same time. Yeah, this has been tossed up on my Instagram, my Tumblr, not my DeviantArt, but whatever. He kind of ended up taking on a life of his own, this particular character, because he shows up later on in my sketches. But yeah, I was just trying to practice male modeling because of the two, I'm worse at drawing men. So always can practice. Trying to draw a guy again, just kind of in a thinking pose or whatever. Yeah, just quick doodle. And then I was really into wanting to do some couples pictures, and I still am. I feel like that's not showing very well still. So I looked up some poses online real quick, and I was like, yeah, this one looks cute, but didn't quite work out, so I kind of scrapped the idea pretty quick. And then I was like, alright, well, when in doubt, fan art. So I worked on Koga and one of my OCs, and I was like, oh, you know, this pose is like ridiculous. He looks completely disproportionate, and she just kind of looks eh. She's like, whatever. Scrapped it. These were fun. This is that same male character. I've drawn him once or twice before. And with this female character, again, they don't have names yet because I'm lazy. But just drawing them in like just small, intimate poses, I think was fun. And then, of course, I always like drawing kissing poses. Of course, her head looks a little bit too small, and it looks like he's eating her face, but whatever. This one in particular is really nice. I mean, her smile is a little bit too Smile-esque, but yeah, it turned out nice. And then I was doing something more fun. Ooh, makeup. I was doing a little bit more fun, trying to be like, you know, weird couples things, but she looks way too small for him, and I was like, eh. So I moved on. Developing another character who has absolutely no name, because I feel like I should have more than one character for this little series I want to do at some point. And I want to make him like a big, thick, burly dude who like doesn't talk a whole lot. And then I did a quick size comparison. They're about the same size, and she's way smaller, but yeah, and he's like more stocky, and he's more lithe, and I actually need to bring his calves down a little bit, but whatever. Just a quick size comparison. And it's funny because their expressions are pretty spot on to their character. Huh. And then I did a little bit more with these two. He's kind of teasing her, and she's like, whatever, dude. Whatever. Yep. I don't know. Like, her face feels too squished in this, but I don't know. It was just a quick gesture, I guess. And then I was going to have her talking to him, and then I just never got around to it. And then lastly, this is something I worked on after I finished the colored picture last night, is I want to do another one. And I think that this one I'm going to do is, I seen it was on an ad, just a couple who just got married, and they were in the water and just being cute. And I was like, yeah, that looks really cute. I'd like to do something like that. And so I'm doing something very similar. This is her just kind of poking up through the water. And then I'm going to have it fade into the blue that is the water. And yeah, and then I'm going to have like the moisture. I'm going to do my best to show moisture coming up the shirt and the dress, but there's not a whole lot you can do. But I struggled with her eye in particular, and finally I just gave up and closed it. I was like, forget it. Forget it. She doesn't even need to be, they don't need to be looking at each other. They both know that they're there. I feel like it's a little bit more intimate when their eyes are closed, because it shows trust, and you know where the other person's face is, and it's like you go into smooch, you know where their lips are and everything. Yeah, so I need to bring the jewelry so it's coming a little bit more forward. Need to fix that wedding ring. Need to fix that whole hand. But whatever. This was just a quick sketch that I did last night before I went to bed. And then I found some more pose references. I guess that wasn't the last one. That I was going to do more kiss scenes with, I don't know. I just like these two in particular as a couple. More scenes with, not those two. Come on, one page back. I can't flip one page back. Everything is moist, like my paper is moist. It's ridiculous. With these two, I was going to do a bunch more kiss scenes with them, just because they're my favorites. They're my babies. And it's either I do that or I do more fan art. So we'll see. But look, it's so moist in the air, and my paper is just holding the moisture so well. It's so humid that like and I'm not drawing hard either, but the indents are coming straight through. That's ridiculous. That's how moist it is in the air around here. It's so annoying. But that is officially it. There was sketching. There just wasn't a ton of sketching because, like I said, I did dedicate a ton of time to this. And I did stream this. My intent was to make an art video out of it, but I streamed for like so many hours that it would have been ridiculous to make a video out of it, just because by the time I was done streaming, I think it would have been like a 4-hour-long video, just because I had no idea what to do going into it. So I want to try and make a video out of this one. So what I'm going to probably do is plan it out a little bit better, get my swatches done, do my experimentation with the fading and everything, but I think I know how I'm going to do that, so it's going to be really, really cool. It's going to be really cool, you guys. So, yeah, this one should be a little bit quicker because I've already decided what the background's going to be. It's going to be water in the background, and it's going to be like rippling and moving forward. So yeah, that's the plan this week. We'll see. I do have a couple things going on that might get in the way. Plus I have to start getting ready to go to Florida because, believe it or not, we're leaving in 5 days. No, 6 days. We're leaving next Saturday. Yeah. So if I'm going to do this, I'm going to hurry up and try to get it done before we leave. If I don't get a chance to get it done before we leave, then it'll be waiting for me when I get back. I think I'm going to make it well, this is a 5x7, and that just, I could shrink it down on the computer too, so that's not an issue. I could shrink it down to about a 5x7, but I think I want to do it as a 5x7. I'm going to lose some of the detail, but I won't lose all of the detail, so we'll see. But that's it for my sketchbook review this week. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe, thumbs up, comment below, any of that jazz. We'll see what next week brings. Like I said, I'm going to try and get the next sketchbook review up by Saturday or Friday. It'll have to be Friday because we're leaving very early on Saturday morning. So if I do that, then yeah. I'll try and get one more up before I leave if there's even anything worth. If not, then I'll just skip a sketchbook review, just because I'm not going to give you guys something that has like nothing on it. I'm not going to give you a video that has like 2 sketches on it. I feel kind of bad for wasting your time with that. But if I do end up coloring this, then that would be the video for the week, and I'll just skip the sketchbook review. So, yeah, that sounds like a plan to me. So, like I said, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.